Smile. Well, I never thought I would say this out loud. Holy live action shit. I finally, I, I saw Little Mermaid. I saw Haley Bailey's Little Mermaid for the first time today at the theater with my nephew, niece, and sister. Wow! 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 After all that, I need a drink. Milk and coffee. But I, I cannot believe it. I, I cannot believe it. I, I cannot believe what I was seeing. Like any closer to the cartoon, like any closer to the original, and I would have sworn I was watching the like and any closer to the original cartoon classic, and it would have been the cartoon classic, but with Haley Bailey. I mean, there's that part like that part with Eric, like that part with the Eric being somewhat kind of loyal and having and like seeing some background there on Eric. No, I that was uh how was the only thing that was the only thing that was the only thing different. But but other but but other than but other than that but other than that but other than that I was not but other than that I was man was I ever man was I ever impressed it, like I could have been watching the animated classic but with Haley Bailey in it like that was basically it like King, King Triton and all the other mermaids and all the other mermaids and mermans oh my god Sebastian like right down to the area like right down to the area what are you doing you know like maybe, maybe I shouldn't say this out loud but if Little Mermaid 2 ever came to live action the second one where she has her daughter like and if they did that one to and if they did that as a full and if they did that to a rhyming tribute to to um to the first one here and made that one look even greater, why not bring Haley Bailey back to do the second Little Mermaid, you know, where and Melody, the daughter, Melody, there we go, yeah. I gotta get that freaking name right. Anyway, it's a great name. Like, I mean, come on, Flotsam and Jetsam, the Eagles, Ursula, Eric, Max the dog, which you know, Max his dog, Sir Grimsby. I I was disappointed. Sir Grimsby was was I think the only downfall because he I'm not saying that was a downfall because of the way he was portrayed, but he could have been like a lot skinnier, you know, uh, a lot skinnier and more like the Sir Grimsby in the cartoon, but but I'm not saying though. Like I'm not saying that was disappointing. I'm not saying that. I just meant like that would have been cool to be like, you know, like the Sir Grimsby in this was like not it was very closely related to the cartoon, but he could have been a lot skinnier and had a much more revealing a little more like like a lot less um like of all days on his birthday, you know, like kind of something like a lump, you know, like he was kind of he was more like a grump starting off, and like I mean that was interesting. I liked that, but so Grimsby, like I was like I was thinking he was going to be a lot more bonier, you know, in his body because the animated uh, classic had him like almost like a skeleton with skin on him, right? And he had this. We've got this extra large surprise for you, Eric. You know, like the kind of like smooth. You know, we have a rather si- we have a rather large wedding present for you, Eric. Or kind of sounded like kind of sounding more like we have an extra large wedding present for you. We because like the in like I understand the way they were going with this, but it it would have been cool to see Sir Grimsby in live action like a bony, really thin man, you know, like a ridiculously thin. It it would have been fine to see him like it was fine the way he was done, but he could have been less uh uh like the only thing that surprised me and not really a cool way. The only thing that grabbed my disappoint the only the only real thing that disappointed me was there was too much meat on Sir Grimsby's bones. That was my only disappointment. But you know, but other than that, the spirit of Sir Grimsby was maybe a little sharper than the cartoon classic because you know, like a bit more cleaned up, a bit more polished and stuff. You know, but they could have left but they could have given him more of a like a slender one pack. You know, and like was and like really thin in that. You know, but but other than that, you know, other than that one disappointment of Sir Grimsby having too much meat on his bones, you know, too big around the too big on too big around the too big with the stomach. But other than being disappointed because Sir Grimsby had too much meat on his body, like he could have been a lot more slender, thin. But other than that one disappointment, the whole thing was like you could have taken Hailey Bailey and made a cartoon duplicate and did that. Like it was the same. Like I mean, it was just it was the same damn movie. It was the same damn movie for every scene for scene and note for note. Like the eels, Flotsam and Jetsam, Ursula's supply, Ursula's like over, my babies, and like that, and then like her falsely accusing to get married to Eric as as the I I mean they were walking up the aisle in the animated version, and she just kind of kicked poor Max in the sniffer, but but um but that was really it. The in this Ariel was almost fighting and attacking her own, like I I I would say evil guardian, because that's who Ursula really was a guardian that potentially would have lived around Ariel's time, like when Ariel was a kid, and and uh, and that, but like I mean, think of Ariel as think like Urs- Ursula, like when you think about it, Ursula is no more evil than Maleficent, and and they and they seem to have like a dark, not not really not really a hatred, but a jealous reaction to whoever it is that is in their way. So so having done that and said that, like like King like King Triton was in the way of Ursula, and there was this one weak link that he had was his daughter Ariel. His favorite daughter, like his favorite, most like his favorite. Like they were all his daughters, but there was one daughter that he favored, that he favored, that he favored. That he loved maybe more than the others, and that was Ariel, and that was Ariel, right? Like, and then this and that, and this and that, and that and this. Like, and I was surprised not to see a Louis, a Chef Louis in there. I, actually, that was that was almost a dark surprise. That was almost a dark. Uh, that was almost an error in how they managed to do it without him in there. Like that was I mean that was cool. I I I I have to admit that was really cool the way they did did not go into the fun and games of the cartoon, because Chef Louis was like, his first glance at Sebastian, he's like, ah! Like, and like running after him, trying to trick him. And in this one, he wasn't even there. Yeah. Like, I mean, he was there, but you didn't see him, So that was ridiculously refreshing. That that was a ridiculously refreshing motive, was to take out the chef and just leave him in that part of the castle, right? Like that was really refreshing to see that there was no Louis in this, and if he was, he didn't come. He didn't come out. Like, that was bad. Like I mean, that was really refreshing, and like I I'm surprised. I'm sad. No, I'm happy. Like I'm happy they didn't put him in there, because then it would have been too much like what the original one was. So I'm proud. So I'm proud they didn't go overboard and do that. Put Chef Louis in there. Because he would have, a live action Chef Louis. I I'm actually happy they didn't put him in there to where you could see him, because that would have been like the pinpoint of, oh, okay, it's the cartoon, but in like, because that would have been like the pinpoint to like, okay, this is too much like the regular, like this is that would have been the pinpoint of like it being almost, making fun of the movie, and I'm glad, and I'm glad they didn't do that in this, because that worked for the 1989 film, but it wouldn't have worked in this thing of the Little Mermaid. Like, it just wouldn't have. Don't ask me why it wouldn't have worked. It just wouldn't have worked, because, well, you like that fight scene, that scene where he's trying to get Sebastian and like roast him, would have been cool to see, but in live action, but just a minute, that would have been cutting it pretty close to making fun, poking fun at the cartoon classic, and it's a good thing they didn't do that. They made it. They made it specific. They made it specifically to be the Little Mermaid cartoon that shockingly was better than the cartoon. Because like, it shockingly, because I did not expect this. I did not expect to have almost the same 1989 magic in there, in this, and they actually, and I don't know how they did it, how Disney managed to pull this off, but I think Disney just might be coming back. But I think Disney is not getting smart, because they put everything in there but upside down Ariel, like in the carriage, going, oh my God, what's this? They did everything but have her walk on her head, which actually, if you're looking at that part where her and Eric are in the carriage, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that freshness from the 1989 into this. You know, like like all like like all you had to do was animate it and still keep and still have it as Hailey Bailey. You know, all you had to do was animate it. Like all you had to do was dub it into animation, and it would have had, you know, like all you had to do was keep Hailey Bailey and everybody in there. Like all you had to do was keep Hailey. Like all you had to do was dub it into into animation, and you know it would have still been 2023 Ariel, you know, Hailey Bailey Ariel, but you could see how close it was to being in a to being animated. You know, it like I mean, geez, I mean, come on, they a human again, human, like like they eat like they eat like they even had that Under the Sea song, which is like, okay, this is a copy of what the cartoon was. You know, this is like they even had the nerve to keep, they even had the nerve to keep like they like they even kept the main songs in there. You know, part of his part of your world, Under the Sea, and here's a live action Sebastian Savers. Somebody's gonna nail that girl's fins to the floor. Somebody's gonna nail that girl's fins to the floor. Like he said that like live action Sebastian said that right at the end of that song, and that was like, okay, that's it. Like you might as well be watching an animated version of the same thing. You know, like come on. Like if it had been any closer, like I don't mean to repeat that, but like no, yeah, like somebody's gonna nail that girl's fins to the floor, and like when he's confronted by Triton and is like, yes, yes, Your Majesty. You know that they even put that in there, and that hey. They even put the shark in there. That was that Flounder and Ariel were trying to get away from. Like I mean, you know, like they like I mean Disney. I think is like, hey, make your Disney live action things like that, and you'll definitely be bringing back the fun. You know, because this was fun, very fun, and and like while I'm there, keep that kind of thing. You know, it's not and and no one's and and nobody's gonna hurt you to and nothing's gonna kill you just to go back to the the writing and nothing is gonna kill you to go back to the you know drawing as the characters on paper. Nothing's gonna kill you if you went back to that. You know, nothing's gonna kill Disney, the folks at Disney, if they just go back to the beginning and just, you know, the draw, the live action characters instead of just going like, oh, okay, here's a pile of money. Show me what you got, and all this money is yours. You know, no, no, come on. You got brains here. Start using them. Like, just do it simple. Like, I mean, I know there's money involved, okay? I know that. But don't mess with these live action Disney things. You know, there is there there is a reason why you should only do this for fun. And some money on the off the side. Okay? They're not paying you to make these things mediocre. They're paying you to put the fun back in the like they're not paying you like either they're paying you too much or like they're either paying you too much like they're either paying Disney too much money to do this, to make these things, or someone is getting, a fist in the throat, because if you just started back where you start, like, either Disney's getting way too much money and just making these things out of greed, like either Disney is getting way too much money and they're just caring about the money, which so far they are, but hold it, there's a breakthrough. Hailey Bailey's Little Mermaid. Now if Disney learns from this, if the folks from Disney learn from that movie right there, where they just put together, they can make others even better. They can make others even better. And I believe it, but you gotta stop doing it for money. You gotta stop doing it for money and actually get really fun scripts to live action. Like that's all it is. Like that's all it is. That's all it is. It's greed. It's greed, and they're doing it for the lack, and they're doing it for money. Hailey Bailey's Little Mermaid is the breakthrough to putting the fun back in there. So if you just stuck with it, if you pick yourself back up and do the next thing, whatever that is, I don't care what it is. Like you finally did something. You let like you finally did something. Like you finally did something to prove that you can still put the like you finally did something to prove that you don't need money to make these things. I mean, no. I mean, like you finally had a breakthrough where greed was not the issue. You were making a movie, you made it fun. You were making a Disney live action movie, you put the fun in there. Like you did that. Like, I mean, this time Disney did that. This time Disney said, actually said, okay, we're going to have some fun with this for a change. And that's what we got in Hailey Bailey's Little Mermaid. So keep making them like that. Just do, like, I mean, come on, like, Disney must have said, Disney has, the folks at Disney have a purpose to make live action fun into these Disney live action movies. Now, I haven't been disappointed once. Now, I have not been disappointed by any live action movie. of the Disney line. But I've had some close calls though. Hailey Bailey's Little Mermaid is like better than the cartoon. And it's about friggin' time you did, and it's about friggin' time that Disney actually laid down their fire, and it's about friggin' time Disney decided to keep all of the original things in there. It's about friggin' time that Disney let everything in there, even the original songs. So just keep making them like that, and you'll have something. Anyway, I hope I was in your face. So anyway, I hope I was in your face for. So anyway, I hope I was in your face for a long. So anyway, I hope I was in your face long enough about Hailey Bailey. So anyway, I hope I was in your face long enough to tell you what I saw. So anyway, I hope I was in your face long enough to tell you all about my experience of Hailey Bailey's Little Mermaid. I'll see you then. So I hope I was in your. So I hope I was in your face long. I hope I was in your face long enough to tell you everything that I loved about Hailey Bailey's Little Mermaid. See you soon in the next thing, whenever I make it.